find yourself in a hotel room on the other side of the planet. You need to shoot some B-roll, but you didn't bring a production truck full of equipment with you. I'm going to show you how to make the most of what's in your hotel room to shoot the coolest cinematic B-roll possible. Alright, so let's take a look around my room to see what we could find that we could use. So right here on my wall, there's a couple controls to change some of the lighting in the room. There's a light on the mirror here. That's pretty cool. Definitely could use that. And this is just the bathroom light. Turning that off already gives it a lot more cinematic look. There's also light in this porch area, as they call it. So that gives us a little bit of control there. Let's check in the bathroom. This could be cool. Down here, I mean, that looks cool from up here. Let's turn that bathroom light back off. Yeah, that could be cool. We could do something with that potentially. I really like this here. Hello. This has kind of a cool glow off the edge of there. We could probably do something with that. We might have to prop something up there, figure out how to get the Leica that I'm filming to be kind of in this position here. So we might have to find some stuff to prop it up to get it up that high. Kind of cool reflections off this glass here in the shower. There's actually, the floor is a little wet. This cool texture, see if I can focus on it here. Cool texture on the glass. We could possibly use that for something. And you get the cool light in the background there from the wall. Also this way we get more cool reflections. In the closet here, there is a light that turns on. I don't know if this would be useful, but it is cool. This room was only $50 a night in Ningbo, China, which is pretty cool. There's also a shutter here that comes down that covers this window here, so that could be used for diffusion, something cool. I don't know, I haven't put it all the way down yet. I'm gonna actually put it back up because I like that window. It's cool looking. Then we have the bed here. Those two lights on the wall are pretty cool. Definitely could put something on the headrest here on the headboard and film with these lights right there. Could definitely use that. There's a lamp here you turn on with a floor switch. Could use that. These are cool. We've got these weird light bars kind of going on the edge of the TV here as well as under the bed. I don't know if I'd use that necessarily because the background isn't very interesting and it's just this kind of carpet in the background, but if I do some talking to the camera, that could be a good background, practical light. Right here we have a cool lamp. That's cool. And it's really diffused, so we could use that for sure. And that's a cool background right there, actually. Yeah. We can move that around and do some pretty cool stuff with it. Here's our subject right here. So that's the room. We'll go around and test some of the spots that I saw and see if they actually end up being good for shooting B-roll. But yeah, that's a $50 hotel room. So let's see what we can do with the equipment that I have with me. I have a little slider and a tripod. I got the slider. It was a really cool concept, but I haven't really used it much. I kind of used the tripod and just put it on two legs and rock it back and forth to do a lot of slider stuff. But we'll see. We might pull that out and get some shots with it. Lamp right here is pretty cool looking. It's an LED lamp, dimmable, and it has a diffused piece of acrylic on top of it. So this definitely feels like a good choice for a light source in this room. Another added benefit to it is that the catch light, the reflections in the actual and the glass in this lens are really cool looking because you can see the actual individual LEDs. There's actually a detriment to seeing the individual LEDs, however, that the light actually casts individual shadows for each one of them because it's not completely diffused, but it does give you a nice soft light. I'm actually using the fact that the lights are large relative to the size of the lens as a benefit to making these shots look more professional. Some of these lights in this room wouldn't be as useful if you were trying to light something larger, but because we're working on stuff that's so small, the light sources by comparison are huge, so it actually works out really, really cool. So what I did with this light was I tilted it down like this, just to get the light a little bit closer to the lens and to kind of wrap the light around it a little bit more. So yeah, the light's just on a little bit of an angle, and here are the shots. Here I've got the lens set up on the headboard of the bed, using this light as kind of a rim light, hair light in the background, and then this light here as the key light. I've got my little carbon fiber Sayuri tripod here sitting on the bed stand, and I basically just move this back leg out, and then I'm able to rock the tripod in and out like that to do a little slider motion. I have a slider with me. This is actually a lot quicker, and I'm actually contemplating getting rid of the slider because this does just as good of a job, but it's a lot easier to move around and doesn't take time to set up. So there you go. That's kind of a little preview of the shot. I'll move the tripod out of the way. So looks pretty cool. It's just sitting on the headboard of the bed. So this is my bathroom setup. I have my slider set up here on my tripod. I have the lens sitting on the amenities holder there. It used to be holding that stuff. Sitting on this soap dish because there's a little lip and otherwise it wouldn't have sit flush on there. It's also a little wobbly, so I shoved a bit of toothpaste under there. And then I have my cell phone just on a white screen on my GorillaPod there. And that's kind of the shot that we're getting there. So you get a cool background with that ring light mirror back there, and you get a nice key light from the flashlight. Or from the phone, sorry. Yeah, I think it works pretty good. Working that background definitely looks interesting. And then remember that if you get a little source like this iPhone here up close to an item like this, it ends up being a really large soft source by comparison. So you actually get some pretty nice light. So here I've taken my cell phone, my what is basically an iPad. It's actually a modified homebrewed external monitor, but I'll probably make a video about that in the future here. But so basically what I've done here is I've taken both my iPad and my phone and pulled up a Disco Lights 10-hour long video on YouTube and basically just put them right there. And as you can see, the lighting is actually pretty pretty cool, and this is super easy if you have a tablet and a phone or a laptop or whatever. It's plugged into my laptop right now, watching the Joe Rogan podcast. But yeah, this is super, super easy, and as you can tell, you can get some really cool looking lighting out of this. It's pretty sweet. And super, super easy.
So I was planning on shooting a couple more setups for this video, but I actually got some pretty insane food poisoning, which came with me all the way back on the plane ride, which was pretty horrible. I did get upgraded to first class because I was in excruciating amount of pain though, so life pro tip there. So I didn't end up actually shooting two more of the setups that I wanted to do with the bathroom mirror and the under the vanity in the bathroom, but you can kind of see from the stuff that I did shoot what is possible if you just come into your hotel room with an open mind, look around, and just look for the light. That's the most important thing. The light's gonna be there. Remember that the larger the light, the softer the light, so the closer you get the light to your subject, the larger the light effectively is, so that'll help you soften the light up and kind of get some really good cinematic stuff. So just remember to look around and keep an open mind. So thank you very much for watching this tutorial. I hope you found the information useful, and I hope it helps you go out and shoot some cool B-roll of your own. If you like what you saw, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one.